Are you an accounting or tax professional who wants to stay ahead without spending a dime? Join thousands who trust insightful accountant and tax practice news to keep them informed and empowered. Get expert updates on QuickBooks, Xero, tax planning strategies, and workflow tips delivered straight to your inbox. Whether you're a solo bookkeeper, firm leader, or tax advisor, these newsletters are your shortcut to what's next in the profession. They're free, practical, and built for people like you. Visit insightfulaccountant.com and hit subscribe to start your smarter workflow today for free.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our August Future Forward App Academy. I am your host, Amy Keenan, Marketing Manager here at Insightful Accountant. So excited that you're here with us this week. So excited to wrap it all up, our Future Forward App Academy, with our amazing sponsors today. We have Fanatical, QVinci, and Xero, each coming to you for 20 minutes talking about their solutions and their partner program and helping you get more familiar with how they help you. With that, we have our last but not least presenter today. Janelle, are you ready from Xero?
I am. Thank you, Amy. Wow, we've got a great group of presenters today. I hope I can live up to the task here. But with that, without further ado, I'm going to share my screen, and we'll dive right into what Xero is all about.
Perfect. That looks good.
Awesome. You can see my screen just fine.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Well, there we have it, folks. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Brad. What I want to talk about today is what Xero is. If you're not familiar with the Xero platform already, it is the fastest growing cloud-based platform that CPAs, accountants, bookkeepers, and tax professionals are embracing in the US small business market space to manage the day-to-day operational accounting challenges for their clients, and then those annual write-ups, the outsourced bookkeeping space, whatever the need may be. And the reason why that is happening, folks, it's growing at such light speed is because it is a fully comprehensive solution that connects you, enables you to not just use the platform for your day-to-day needs with the inbuilt solutions and tools, but you can connect to more than 1,300 other applications that your clients might need for their day-to-day. For example, whether those are POS solutions, mileage tracking, whatever the need be, you will be that one-stop shop and trusted advisor that your clients need for the true peace of mind, that their books are in good hands. That's what Xero will do for you. My plan or goal for today is to be able to tell you how to get started with Xero. We'll go ahead and take a look at Xero's robust tools and how it can help streamline your day-to-day challenges and grow a more scalable solution along the way. And then also showcase how the features and the entire ecosystem within Xero is geared towards helping you with a continued learning and a network of resources that you can embrace, get your team up and running, and expand that client base and those revenue streams all together. Why am I qualified to have this conversation, or what am I doing here? Well, as part of the Xero team, I've been on the Xero team about a couple of years now, but prior to that, I was in industry. So all these grays and sort of, the spots that are, balding already, I've been in industry in accounting and finance for almost 15 years prior to joining the Xero team here. A lot of that time was spent in the QuickBooks ecosystem. And, most of us that started, along that timeline, were told that QuickBooks is the only solution that can help you get through your day-to-day. I was lucky enough to get on their own. I saw some writing on the wall that, is the way forward with its AI implementation and the tools that is bringing on. And that's how I got a true touch and feel for how Xero is the true alternative to what your solutions are in place. So that's how I'm we have at Xero consultants who help you walk through your daily workflows with Xero and automation platform. First and foremost, before I dive into the demo of the platform started, join the Xero program. It comes to you absolutely free. It can become an option on our dedicated landing page. It will show you a video of what tools and resources that you can access right away off the bat, totally for you. You'll be connected with it. tiers would be best for your set of clients. Well, with that being said, in the platform itself and see what this hoopla. When you into a Xero subscription for the first time, at the very top of the screen, you'll see a banner. And the goal here is to embrace continued learning and give you a walkthrough and summary of what's capable on this page itself. And that's a resounding theme throughout the Xero platform, to be able to show you what you can accomplish at an automated pace. Right off the bat, what the Xero Home dashboard directs you to is what's most important to you is all your bank accounts and what's happening on the GL in terms of those cash inflows and cash outflows, invoices you need to pay, invoices out to you, bills you need to pay. In my opinion, I'll use a quote from a friend. This is the true gauge, like your like your dashboard on your car. It tells you how much gas you got. Are there any red flags, any engine service engine lights, kind of like that, right? It tells you where things are at any point in time, all in real time, because Xero being a cloud-based platform, you can have all of that information at your fingertips, updated all the time. There's no need to refresh any of this. The home dashboard itself, I'll hide the banner at top to get a little bit more room to work with. If you need to customize any of this information, you can hit the edit dashboard, move stuff around, fully customizable by user login. But the true power of the platform comes in by Xero having north of 700 direct bank feeds already. We signed a major partnership with Plaid just last month, which is going to, everyone knows what Plaid does. It's the biggest financial network globally now. And what it'll do is just expand the bank feed connection space for us by threefold. So thousands of bank feeds available forthcoming in the Xero ecosystem. What that does is gets your client's bank data in the system. You don't need to refresh it, as I mentioned, always up to date. Once a bank feed is connected to any bank account, whether it's a checking, savings, credit card, money market, any of those financial institution accounts, you get a live update on where the balances were on that account at any point in time. If for some reason a bank feed is not connected, you can connect all your clients or import your clients' information using a PDF bank statement. That's been one of the hottest product rollouts for us here at Xero over the last summer. Any PDF statement that has that credit card, bank information, or checking account, whatever the case may be, import it on a couple of seconds. You have the same feed, just like a bank feed going. Once that information is in, how do I go about reconciling that? Right from the home dashboard, if I click the number of items that I see that need to be reconciled for this specific account, as I mentioned at the very top, when I come into any screen for the very first time, there's a banner and a tutorial video that shows me what I can accomplish. I've seen this a couple of times, so let's go ahead and hide this for now. But as you can see, the bank reconciliation screen lays out that same information and keeps that uniformity going across. All of my bank information is on the left side of the screen here. Everything that's posted to the GL already is on the right. So allows me to do a side-by-side reconciliation. I've used other platforms where all your banking tiles are at the top and then the pertinent transactions are at the bottom. This is just a side-by-side recon, a much easier user-friendly view, in my opinion. Once you have transactions coming in, whether it's from a bank feed or a PDF statement import, the AI goes to work, right? What it does is an order of operations to see if that transaction has already been posted to prevent duplication of efforts. But it doesn't replace you as the accountant, but tease it up to the point where you can go and make the determination if you want to match up that transaction that's coming in from the feed. Yes, I want to do that using the match option on this screen here. Same thing for funds coming in for an AR invoice. If I want to clear that out from the AR agings, yes, I want to go ahead and do that. No need to create an invoice because the system's doing all the heavy lifting for you. Next, under the Create tab, what about instances where transactions are not already created? These are year-end write-up, cleanup kind of clients. I can create those transactions on this screen as well. All I need to do, pick up the as we say in the Xero ecosystem, is the who, the what, and the why. In this case, I have that vendor profile already set up. If I didn't have it, all I need to do is just enter the name. I don't need to create a whole vendor profile. I can just enter the name, and I'm on my way. The GL coding is where I'll go here. So say this is advertising expense, for example, and let's give it a brief description. Once I have those three pieces of information, folks, the OK button pops up automatically. Boom, I'm done with that. Matching transactions on the fly, just like this other one here, creating transactions, as easy as that. The transfer option, pretty self-explanatory there, where you're just transferring funds between, whether it's checking, savings, sweep, money market, paying off a credit card. You can do that with the transfer option. Excuse me. The best part about this is the discuss tab. My clients didn't do it when I was in practice, where, and I'm sure your clients do it, where they give you all the information and you have everything in front of you when you need to do reconciliations for them, right? Well, I wasn't as lucky, and that's why I found the power of this tab. The discuss tab is where I can reach out to my client, the business owner, with a question, and then generate a fillable PDF report that I can send out to them, so that I don't have to do any guesswork, any creative accounting, or put this in a bucket, say miscellaneous or uncategorized expenses. I can have a source document, and I can continue doing the reconciliations, and I'm not held up. Once I hit save on this, I can go ahead and under accounting and bank accounts, I have a hot button that says uncoded statement lines. I'll push this out to August. I believe that was an August transaction. When I run this, this shows me that same information. I just did this for one of those line items. Imagine having 20 of those where your accountants are just stuck, can't get the work done, right? You have this information. I can export this out in a fillable PDF. Once this comes up, this is the kind of line item detail I can get from my, I can send this out to your client, the business owner, and they can just say this was a company event. As easy as that. You get this back from them. You're on your way, reconciling again. I'll dive back into the system. So pretty neat, right? I mean, being able to just get information in, code them, and not be held up in your workflows. Having those tools there really helps you get things going. I'll dive into the bank reconciliation screen here, folks, to highlight most of the work that we do. As we all know, is 80 to 90% of the transactions are repetitive month after month, year after year. You can set up those bank rules, set up those parameters. It'll capture most of those transactions. Same way as other platforms do it. But the real bread and butter for Xero separates itself from the crowd is under the cash coding option. What cash coding allows you to do, puts all of those unreconciled transactions, whether these are monthly bookkeeping clients or those annual quarterly catch-up clients, puts them in a table-like format like so. And here is where I can batch them using the payee option or sorted by description to sort them by description. Once I have them in a batch like that, and all I need here in this field is the account column, which is the GL designation I want to give that, and a pertinent tax rate. If that's applicable, once I have those two pieces of information, I can just hit save and reconcile, and boom, I'm done. Well, you might ask, where did the account designation come from? Because the others don't have it. What I have going on in the background, folks, is a 7-11 bank rule. So you can easily see how once you have a bank rule, minimal efforts here, hit save and reconcile, you're done. So that's 80 to 90% of the work done already. The remaining 10 to 15%, central city parking set of transactions, you don't have the bank rules. These are, write-up kind of clients. How do I tackle that quickly, right? I'll highlight the first line item with a check mark, hold down Shift key on my keyboard, click the last one, puts them in a batch. I'll go over to the account column. Let's just say these were travel expenses. I'll hit tab on my keyboard. Boom. All of that got populated. Save and reconcile. That set of 5 transactions already done. So you can only imagine, right? I only did a set of 5, but this could be a set of 50 or 500. How quickly you can cut through a bulk reconciliation and do catch-ups. The amount of efficiency you can build with a platform with using the bank rules, cash coding tools, getting stuff imported using a PDF really just accelerates how much efficiency you have built in for, and that multiplies in volume for each client. So imagine getting all that time back, right? That's what I want to highlight in terms of getting transactions in, coding them quickly. What happens in instances where you need to reclassify something? Are you able to find transactions in bulk but not have to create a whole separate spreadsheet of audit trails and support? In Xero, I didn't have that when I was in practice. I'm a little jealous. In Xero, there's a function called find and recode. You can find transactions using parameters such as whether these are bank accounts or GL accounts, a specific date range, or maybe you just want to do some audit work, to review some work done by some intern to pick up all of those transactions. You can do that as well. I'll pick up the GL account, let's just say travel expense that I was just using. Anything that's posted, I'll hit search. Anything that's posted to the travel GL will pop up in this listing. I can do the entire list or just pick up a handful using the shift key, put them in a batch, hit recode. I can change the vendor or supplier name for sure if that's incorrectly done. I can change the GL account. Let's just say I want to put it to office expenses. I hit review. This is not an error message, folks, just a secondary confirmation that we do want to make changes to the GL. I'll say confirm. Within just a couple of seconds, all of that bulk work, this is just a listing of 3. Imagine having to do, in larger volumes, 50 or 30. That's where the true power of this comes in. At the transaction level, this transaction went from a travel GL to office expenses. The best part, you have a full audit trail attached to the transaction. What was changed up to the minute detail, changed by which individual on the team, and a link to the pre-coded GL account, right? So if you want to revert back to what it was, you can always do that. Excuse me. Always do that with the link there. So really powerful tools in terms of how do you code them, recode them, reclassify them if the need arises, because I'm sure I've had those instances all the time. In my time as an accountant, I'm sure those are some of the things that you'll face. So this is how Xero makes that whole workflow efficient and automated, streamlined for your entire team. I want to quickly jump into the reporting module. What happens once you've got all those transactions in? What does reports look like, right? Under accounting, reports, full reporting module available. Your financial performance reports, your standard set of financials for those clients every month. If you want payables, receivables, as well as all of those transaction level details available. In addition to that, you have some specific reports that we've created. Our product team has heard feedback from clients like yourself to see what's important. Something such as an executive summary report that I hadn't seen before coming to Xero, something that's already done for you. An executive summary just gives you a summarized listing of what has happened in August compared to the previous month, just like a P&L, but in this summarized view for your executive summaries, if you want to add that. In addition to that, all your standard set of financials are available. Any report that you hit a star next to, you can favorite them so they come up front and center for you easily. You don't have to scroll through the entire list. By default, the income statement, as you can see, is pretty easy to read, lays out information in a clear cut format. If you want to make any changes to this layout, you can easily do that using the edit layout options. You want to make these into a group. This is not fixed. By chart of accounts, you can always move it anywhere you want. So that's the true power of being able to customize your reports in Xero to your clients' needs, for those day-to-day reporting or annual tax clients as well. That's what I wanted to share today, folks. Thanks again for your time. I am going to jump back to what else does this mean, right? Just the platform being able to automate all of that. But Xero is not just that. It's also a platform where you can build a community out of. I really hope this session helped you visualize, how the automation tools can help lay out the framework for your firm and support those strategic objectives that you might have. But the best part about this is, here at Xero, we take this community-based approach, not just being a software provider, but being an extension of your team. Just beyond technology, we want to help you connect you with the accountants in your local network so you can pick their brains a little bit or reach out to you, expand your revenue streams with your clients. And just speaking from experience, Xero's deeply investing in our partners and like yourself, connecting them with each other and those small business clients to create a supported ecosystem that you can lean on as you need. There we have it, folks.
Thank you so much. All right, all, thank you for joining us. As I mentioned, the recordings will be available soon and we will get them out. And stay tuned for our Future Forward next month, which is all about tax. So you'll be getting an invite. You'll see that soon as we start promoting it. We have some great lineup of speakers then. And so thank you so much for being here, and thank you to all our presenters today. Have a great day.